Hi, I'm homosexual Brian Safi.
And I'm feminasty Erin Gibson, and this is Throwing Shade, where we take a weekly look at all the issues important to ladies
And gays.
and treat them with much less respect than they deserve.
Why didn't he run it? Why did he pass it?
Oh, yeah. I'm running, passing. You're talking about Beastie Boys.
The Super Bowl.
Oh.
The big news was that he didn't
All my
run
goals
it.
are
He
tiny.
passed it. He didn't run it. He passed it.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, I didn't either.
I've been
but that's what I took from it. I knew
You
what to
didn't
say.
watch it?
I did watch most of it. I didn't watch the last half hour, which I guess is when like everything happened. But I
That's
found
like
out
all football games. You only watch that.
I have something to say.
You do, Luigi?
I do. I have something to say. For all of you who complain about the length of Jackie Brown, of all the other...
Schindler's
List. All these movies.
Yeah.
All this art.
Forrest Gump.
You dare us to watch 3.5 hours of football and you have a problem with the length of Still Alice? I don't want to hear it any longer,
Yeah.
okay?
Boyhood?
Boyhood? You have the right to complain about Boyhood, and yet you're totally fine being like, he's going that way. No, he's going this way. No, he's going this way. Oh, I wish he would have run 3 feet so the world would be okay.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It was the Denver Do-Nothings and the Buffalo
The Buffalo
Bills.
Yeah,
okay.
it was. It was. Which is fine. The Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills from...
What is that logo, by the way?
Oh, why isn't it the guy with the skin suit?
It should be little ducks. Isn't that funny?
Well, because Bills.
Bills.
Oh, what if it's
It should be... Go ahead.
money covered in barbecue sauce?
I was going to say it should be little ducks with dollar signs in their eyes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because then it could be bills, and then you could also call them ducats if you use ducks.
That's a good one. Or you could do, like, roaming wild buffalo, right?
Yeah.
That's step one. Then Bill Cosby getting trampled by them.
That's a great idea.
He lives, but he still is, like, injured, you know?
Yes. No, I actually did watch Super Bowl. I watched most of it. I did get to watch that nationwide commercial everyone's talking about. I thought it was so funny. You were really... Did you see it?
My baby!
I know.
My baby!
Well, that happened to you.
Oh, my baby?
But yeah, one time I saw, you know, you used to have like 4 or 5 children.
Yeah.
One ate tied, one stood too close to the TV, one threw himself out the window because he couldn't take it anymore.
One, I just put on one of those kid leashes and he ran away because he hated that.
That's absolutely correct.
Don't you feel bad for kids on those kid leashes?
No, I think it's such, first of all, it's necessary because children need to learn. Second of all, it's necessary because, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of, you know...
Hazards?
There's hazards everywhere, as we learned from Nationwide. Hazards everywhere.
Yeah. What could that kid not do because he died? He couldn't ride in a bus?
He couldn't get married. He couldn't take a bathtub out in the
Now,
middle of the ocean.
children shouldn't get married. That's my problem. Like, we have enough
right.
child brides.
You're
you know?
right. Honestly, like it should have been an
After the
advertisement
first
for
one, it
underage
was
marriage.
completely inappropriate for
It
that
really
kid.
was. No, I thought it was actually really brave.
And was he marrying his dog? I was so
I don't know.
confused.
Every commercial looked like Boyhood. I actually thought it was a really brave.
No, don't say commercial.
It was a very brave. Brave and commercial are so rarely used together, but in this case, I think it really worked.
Yeah, it really does.
It was such a statement on like, pick up your house, get a maid.
Yeah, don't murder your kid accidentally.
Exactly.
What is the insurance? Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to logic this all out. What will buying insurance do to teach you how not to accidentally murder your child?
Erin, it's so funny. Like your mind is so literal, A to B to C to D.
Yeah.
Sometimes people
Alphabets.
just make statements that have nothing to do with their ads.
Like the Jeep ad.
Like the Jeep ad.
Like
the
everything's
Nissan ad.
beautiful. This is an SUV.
Yeah. Visit
And-
Morocco in this Jeep.
Yeah.
Or
Which you can't do because you need a ship.
how about the McDonald's one? Did you see that one that was like,
Oh, we'll give you free hamburgers
if you call
smile.
someone and no, it will give you free hamburgers if you like. You could do a few things. One is you call someone and tell them you love them.
And how can they prove that?
And first of all, how humiliating. Hi, I love you. I'm at McDonald's alone. Like,
Why did you call? Oh, because they're going to give me a free hamburger.
yeah. Hi, I love you. What's the catch?
Fries.
The Shamrock Shake. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I actually kind of liked that one because
Isn't it cruel, though? Because, like, McDonald's workers are very underpaid and can't unionize.
Are they?
But then, like, then they have to watch someone proclaim their love for another human being in front of them.
Yeah, I
Like,
would
it's
love
bad
a raise.
enough for them.
I would hashtag loving raises.
Yes, that you should start that on Twitter, sir.
That's right.
So that was what is the other things that McDonald's could do?
I don't remember. I just remember the like call.
If you like roller skate around the like drive-through, they'll give you they'll like throw
Exactly.
fries in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And
Just fun.
Yeah.
Like individual improv everywhere is inside of McDonald's and gets you free food.
what if? Yeah, and you know what? Not everyone has a phone on the ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, mine had to flip open. It takes forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What else happened? Tom Brady. That was it.
What did Tom Brady do?
I don't know. Marshawn went like this. That's been going around the internet. Did you see that face?
Marshawn's face?
Yeah. Have you seen meme?
What's that face for?
Pretty soon they're just going to start calling it the United States of a meme.
That is so true. You got to write a real think piece on this.
Yeah.
Why was he doing that face?
Because he couldn't believe they ran it. They didn't run it. They passed it.
Who won?
I don't remember.
I'm running.
The
passing.
Patriots. The Patriots.
Okay.
Won. Yeah.
Well, thank God.
Yeah.
Hear
Right.
that, Europe?
Did you see Katy Perry?
I did. She came over. We had
Oh, okay,
tea.
good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, I couldn't remember. I know you guys had loose plans, so I hope she confirmed and then showed up.
Well, the problem is I knew there was going to be sharks in that show. I'm deathly afraid of sharks.
You
know,
are.
because they rape. And I thought
No,
it
they
was...
don't. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Sharks, this is true, sneak up on the woman, bite her dorsal fin, and then look her in the eye
Yeah.
while they do that.
And she had the nerve to have him dancing next to her during California Dreamin' or whatever she sings.
Yep.
I'm a teenager with a lollipop. Check me out. I'm sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will point out this, and maybe this is a little too, like, sensitive or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Just those
I
shoulder
was
pads.
ruffling feathers.
Yeah.
But it bothered me that the only song First of all, it bothered me that Lenny Kravitz sang a song.
I like Lenny Kravitz.
I don't.
I go his way.
You know what, though? I think he's extremely handsome, and I think he's a wonderful actor.
Okay.
I do. But I just don't love his music that much.
But he tries.
Here he does. And you know what? And he makes merriment. And I think very few musicians do that. I think he has a positive message.
He was one of the first people in the 90s who I noticed had a female drummer.
You're right, he did.
Yeah.
For the video.
So we don't know.
Yeah. But it bothered me that the song he came out to sing was I Kissed a Girl, only because, like, why didn't she sing that by herself? Of all songs, I felt like at the NFL was like, I feel like a guy should sing this with you. I mean, because, you know, we really should have him say I Kissed a Girl.
But maybe maybe it was Katy Perry thought it was a genius idea.
But it's not a genius idea. It's a cop-out.
well,
It's a
Katy
weak
Perry,
move.
yeah,
To be like, of all songs, he sings that one?
Yeah, they should have had Missy Elliott do it.
She
was like, I'm not singing.
perfect.
I'm not singing your songs.
I'm not singing any song. I am moving my
I'm
mouth.
coming out in a jumpsuit.
She was perfect. Though.
She was
'Cause
great.
at least she brought dancing.
But then why did Katy Perry have to do her ooh,
Wasn't it
during the
awkward?
whole thing? It was like a cartoon getting burnt.
I will say it was the most I've ever liked Katy Perry. I don't really dislike her. I've just never loved her. But
I don't dislike her. I don't like her. She's meh to me. You know what I mean?
yeah, United States of America.
Ika.
Isn't
Yeah,
that funny?
that's so funny. Lord Jesus Christ brought me a beautiful present this weekend. God delivered an angel to my door, and I took him in, and I said, "Oh, I'll never forsake you
If you're
again,
talking
Lord
about
Jesus
me,
Christ."
are you talking about me?
No, I'm talking about our new dog, Oliver.
Our new dog?
Yeah, we got a dog.
Oh, shit.
First of all, we're moving in together.
Great.
Second of all, we have a dog.
You did get a sweet little dog.
Somebody left a tiny little pup in the near the curb with just a dog food tin and just sped away.
Outside your house?
Yeah. And so one of the nice ladies who found him, who saw him, who knocked on our door and was like, "Is this your dog?" Like, we would feed our dog outside. That's the first thing. I was like, "You're making a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Is this your dog eating outside who's scared shitless?" So she brought him in our house because I didn't know what to do. I didn't want him out there. He was going to run away and get hit by a car.
Right.
He was so scared.
Nationwide.
Nationwide. That's
Yeah.
what they, you know what I mean? I didn't have the insurance to figure out whether or not that dog would die or not. So we brought over Lambert, Ollie's mom's dog, to like calm him down, and they had the best time. They became instant friends, and then for 6 hours they played, for 6 full hours, and on hour 7 they sucked each other's dicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
And you know what I
disgusting.
thought to myself, because I let him do it.
You thought to yourself, you know what? There's something deeply wrong with me.
I was-
and I really should maybe do something.
No, I
about
was
it.
proud of myself. Do you
I
know how
need to
brave
see a
you have to be to
therapist.
let 2 dogs suck each other's dick without stopping it? And I thought,
Also, I don't think dogs can suck.
Well, they lick.
Okay.
Yeah, they licked each of their pink
Gross.
lipsticks.
So gross.
Their red rockets. Yeah.
Are you scared that this is going to turn out like Losing Isaiah? Did you ever see that movie with
No.
Jessica Lange and Halle Berry?
No, but they fall in love?
No, it's about, I'm just worried that an adult dog is going to come to your door and want it back.
Oh,
and then you're
yeah.
going to get into a lawsuit.
Well, I don't know what court we'd go to, and if it's the dog court, I might lose.
Yeah, the dog house.
Snoop. You have to go to Snoop's house.
Snoopy's house.
Do you know what I thought though? I did wonder this, like, because Ollie was worried. We were both very high on pot cookies, and he was worried they were going to give each other a heart attack because they were so in love with each other's dicks. And I was like, you have to remember, like, when we first got together, we were having sex all the time. And that's what people do when they first fall in love. And then I wondered if that's what you and Derek did.
When what?
When you guys fell in love. Is if you just chased each other around the house and sucked each other's dicks.
First of all, so funny. So I get why you're laughing. Like, so funny. Second of all, completely appropriate.
Like,
really good.
Just like for hours.
Yeah. So you're asking if Derek and I behave like dogs? Is that what it is?
Well,
you're
no.
comparing us to a homeless dog that was just adopted.
Who still has his nuts.
Yeah. And another dog who is
Neutered.
presumably who's neutered. Okay.
Got a haircut.
My answer is no, we don't. And we didn't. And we haven't. But
It was a cute thought that I had of just you guys just chasing each other.
yeah, I can see why you would think that's cute.
Just putting each other's
Yeah.
dicks in your mouth.
Yeah. Aaron, I don't really know what to say. It clearly is the
Congratulations.
highlight of your
There
day.
are congratulations.
So thank you very much. Thank you. We actually spent a very romantic weekend at the Parker and
Yeah.
in
Just
Palm.
chasing each other around.
That's all we did.
Sucking each other's dicks.
Yeah. Oh God. Well,
No, I think I ended it.
you did. It's over.
Okay, before I get into my shoe, I have a real quick shout out I want to do to Representative Patricia Todd, who is a lesbian politician in Alabama.
Okay.
Okay, are you gonna be? You can put headphones on during this. If
I
you
might
want.
if you don't mind.
So she took issue with politicians in Alabama who were saying they weren't going to recognize the equality measures that were
Right.
passed, and she said. And specifically, they weren't going to do it because of family values. And she said, I will not stand... Well, she's a Southern. I will not stand by and allow legislators to talk about family values when they have affairs. And I know of many who are and have. I will call out our elected officials who want to hide in the closet out. So she threatened to expose everyone who is straight who is having an affair in legislature.
Good for her.
And I was like... This girl has some balls, and she's getting death threats now, and she's kind of backed away because lawyers were like, you won't survive a slander suit because you can't really prove that they are having an affair or not, but got everyone kind of scared.
Unless you're talking about Happy Meals, just shut up about family values. That's
Yeah.
really the only one that exists.
You're so right. Are you working for McDonald's? Because it's the second time you've mentioned them. Okay, so here's my shoe for this week. So Colleen McCullough, do you know who she is?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So she wrote The Thornbirds.
Yes. Sweep me away
Big
in
fan?
majesty and romance.
Would
you
you
know who's
just-
a big fan is my grandmother.
Will you just tell everyone like a quick synopsis of what The Thornbirds is about?
Love in the time of love.
Okay, in Australia.
In
It's
Australia.
an Australian.
Love in the time of... Oh, hold on. Love in the time of love.
Right.
I can't do it.
Was it everyone who was in The Sound of Music was also in that? Is that how it worked?
No, but what's his face?
Christopher
is in it?
Plummer.
He's in it?
Yeah, I thought he was.
Oh, maybe he is. I was thinking of the other one. Chamberlain.
Oh, Wilt Chamberlain? Yeah, he's in it.
Somebody. Richard Chamberlain.
Oh, Richard Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Okay, so she had this hugely successful international book,
Yeah,
and
miniseries.
which is almost as well watched as Roots.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Huge.
Yeah, huge numbers.
The numbers through the roof. The network couldn't be more pleased.
Try to match that, the slap.
Yeah.
So she sadly passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, she passed away, and don't worry, Brian,
Mm-hmm.
because everyone respected her in her obituary.
Oh, good.
Including the Australian, which is her home country.
Yes.
And really, they
Isn't
wrote,
it crazy they only have one newspaper there?
Yeah, and
It's just the Australian.
and it's just run by one guy.
One person.
they really did her justice and trumpeted her in a way that every successful, intelligent woman dreams. So it starts like this. Plain of feature and certainly overweight, she was nevertheless a woman of wit and warmth.
That's like the opening to a Jane Austen novel. Like, who's writing this?
In one interview, she said, I've never been into clothes or figure, and the interesting thing is I've never had any trouble attracting men. That was the first thing. So no context. If you didn't know who this woman was, this is the first thing you're going to read about her.
Well, what she said is a lie.
That she had no trouble attracting men?
Yeah.
Well, she was married. Yeah, she had a husband.
Fooled me.
But what are you referring to?
I'm just referring to, it already sounds like she's kicking it off with lies. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, right. Okay. Just in this random interview she gave once. And everyone's into clothes. If you're not, you're naked.
That's what I mean. Yeah. You gotta be into clothes.
Unless you're some emperor.
Oh yeah. But then you like new ones.
Yeah, nude ones?
New. I think we're talking about two different
The emperor
things.
has no clothes?
I thought it was new. The emperor's new clothes.
Oh, the emperor.
The emperor has no clothes. Yeah.
The
emperor has no clothes. Crisis.
That's the end of the book.
That is the end of the book.
So really just what a wonderful way to send off this
Horrible.
woman. Starting it off by whether or not she's fuckable or not, essentially.
Yeah, right.
So, and it also, I think it's interesting when papers do this thing where it says written by the Australian instead of like the actual author.
Yeah.
They can like kind of hide behind the paper.
Sure.
So it sparked a beautiful backlash on Twitter.
Good.
Where people used the hashtag my Oz obituary, but I don't really get that.
Well, they call Australia Oz.
Oh, right. Okay, got it. Is that where Wizard of Oz came from?
No.
I
Did you think the Wizard of Oz took place in Australia?
Yes. Why does everyone have those weird accents?
That's just
Toto, we're not here anymore.
You're right.
Yeah, they always talk like people.
You're right.
Who
I think
are
maybe
from
it
another
was.
country trying to do an American
Did you ever read
accent.
that little thing? The
book?
No, that little thing. That trifle.
A fortune cookie?
No, it was someone who wrote this thing about honest review. This was like in the 50s. Who wrote an honest review of The Wizard of Oz.
No.
And it was like a young girl kills the first person she meets and then teams up with three strangers to kill again. That's how they described it. It was just like perfect.
Wait, it was done in the 50s?
Yeah, it was like some jokey thing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
There was comedy in the 50s.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Everyone thinks it was just black and white and old-timey cars.
Right.
People laughed.
When do you think I Love Lucy happened?
7 minus 6.
7 minus 6?
I'm just doing the math.
Oh, okay. You're just doing math. There's nothing to do with this?
42?
Okay.
Between the wars, definitely.
Yes,
yeah.
for sure. Before television, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just projected her on a...
just right up into the sky.
Yeah, right into this. She was the original bat signal.
She was the original bat single.
So prominent authors and celebrities and ne'er-do-wells alike rushed to condemn this sexism on Twitter. Chris Warcraft, who is Chris... what's his name? The football player. What's his name?
Why are you looking at me?
Because he's like the LGBT.
Oh, Chris Cooley.
Chris Cooley, yeah. He said, a loudmouth douche canoe who rose to fleeting prominence speaking on equal rights. He was nevertheless an eloquent swearer.
Wow.
Author Neil Gaiman, I don't know if that's how you say his last name, who is married to Amanda Palmer, Robert Palmer's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not who you're thinking.
Not Pulp Fiction.
No.
Okay.
Amanda Palmer. He wrote, although his beard looked like someone had glued it on and his hair would have been unconvincing as a wig, he married a rock star. So I just love that everyone took this into their own hands and rewrote it. Now, Alexandria Petrie, I never say her name right, and I wish I had. I just don't have the time to look it up.
No,
you know?
Who does? Yeah, I have to go online. I have to make
Where
sure
do I even go?
I can get into my apartment.
Google just shows me letters.
Yeah, I open my mail.
There's no sounds.
Yeah, this itches. You know, my shirt.
Yeah, I got so much to do. I had to tape this to my card.
I know. It's too
Alexandria Petrie, Miss Petrie, if you're me and you didn't look it up.
Miss Petrie, if you're a scientist.
Yeah, that's funny.
Isn't that funny?
Took it a step further and she rewrote
Petri dish.
That's
right.
probably what it is
Yeah.
because she's smart. Wrote obituaries for famous men in the style of the Australian.
Okay.
So for Teddy Roosevelt, she wrote, resembling a fat walrus in little spectacles.
He did.
Yeah, he was nevertheless president at one point or another.
True.
Just whenever.
Right. Doesn't matter.
Charles Dickens, definitely balding, with an increasingly visible comb over and facial hair that looked like a sloth had crawled into his face and died. Nevertheless, this gentleman wrote a thing or two.
I, for some reason, have always gotten the impression that Charles Dickens might have been a very self-conscious person. And that's really not based on much.
What, based on his hats and his scarves?
I don't know. I just had the feeling that he was just a little unsure sometimes.
Because he called out polite society for all their wrongs?
That, and also just
Street urchins.
just I could just get that feeling.
Yeah. But, because of the way he wrote?
I don't know what it is. It's just something about...
Some of our greatest minds never
Charles
go
Dickens.
outdoors, you know?
Yeah. It's just something about him that I feel like he was a little not sure. you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
I can't describe it.
Is it because he's got the word dick in his name?
No, it's something about, like... I just have a feeling that maybe he just wasn't always so sure.
Right. Okay, so if he was named Chucky Dickens, do you think that'd be better?
No, but Chucky Dick, that'd be funny.
That'd be so funny. Oh, is it because he
That's
wrote
a good way to describe
tale
someone's
of,
dick.
A tale of... What if he...
Chunky.
What if it was a tale of two kitties and it was all about cats? Would that be better?
No, but I've told you my tale of two tabbies story, right?
Yeah, tell me again, though.
Quickly.
Regale me!
Someone thought I was a famous quilter.
Oh, yes.
Who would come up, this is true, at the Orange County Fair in the quilting expo that I was sitting in because it was hot. Some lady kept talking to me who was doing the expo and kept being like, oh God, now I'm so embarrassed. I didn't know you were here. And I was like, here I am, like thinking she was kidding. Not kidding. Apparently there's some phenom young quilter, young hot quilter.
Yeah. Who
out
just
there.
loves... What does he love? He loves Orange County fairs
Yep.
and doing quilts
And she told me,
kissing
she goes,
men.
this guy came up with Tale of Two Tabbies, which I guess is a quilting design. So she kept asking me to come on stage, and I was like, oh, no. And then it dawned on me, like, oh my God, she thinks I'm somebody. We have to get out of here. And then I was like, I'm by myself. I have to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I did.
What did the person next to you say when you said we had to get out of here?
Just laughed.
Was it a chicken?
Yeah. Well, that chicken did win the grand prize.
It did
Yeah,
for best tabletop?
For best tabletop.
Now,
I love those fairs.
oh, there's nothing... I wish it wasn't so goddamn hot.
Me too.
To have it in the fall.
Have a fall fair.
Or have us... You know what they should do? They should have those... have you ever seen a person on roller skates with a fan on their back? Reverse
Yeah.
that and give it to
No.
me. Yeah.
Oh, because they do this?
Because it makes you go, wee! Because you don't have to roller skate. You
Oh,
just
I know what you're
stand
talking
still
about.
with
Yeah.
a fan on your back.
Yep.
Yeah. You know those, like in the bayou, those boats with the fan on the back?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that, but you're roller skating.
Roller skating. Yeah.
So, this is the last one. Ernest Hemingway. This man looked like a big drunk cat. Contributed to literature in some way, possibly. I just love it. I love that people were outraged,
Yeah.
and this obituary for this wonderful author who I don't know any of her work. I assume she's great. You know her.
I think she's a Margaret Mitchell. Like, I think she sort of wrote, that was the big thing she wrote. I don't know what else she wrote. I send the hate.
She was
I don't-
also a neuroscientist, so that's another thing
though,
too. Don't stop
when
trying so
you
hard.
can't prove that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, she's taught at Yale.
Whatever. So she bragged a lot? Is that... Whatever. I don't have time. For braggers? Whatever. Whatever.
You're just jealous because you never taught at Yale.
You know what, Aaron? This is the life that we're given shall not be forever.
Yeah, Dickens got nothing on you.
However, if Yale shall be in your path, create the path and walk the road.
I've seen women in childbirth do something with less effort. Hey, I have a question. Do you want to write your own obituary?
Yeah.
Okay, do it. For you.
About who?
For you. Your own obituary in the
Oh, really?
style of being insulting.
Well-heeled. Funny.
You mean healed like when you get a cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heals quickly. Funny.
No, it has to be insulting.
Oh, this is going to be... willing to risk... picking up, refusing...
You can do it. Just try
refusing to wear a clean cloth for but a shirt. he contributed much
What?
in the way of dialogue.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. What would be yours?
Mine?
Unafraid of a clown pant.
Arms like a loose garden hose. A nose to dive into the abyss off of. She made a subtle career in comedy, hand quotes.
Uh-huh.
Look, not really effortless at all.
So we're just insulting ourselves.
Yes.
Okay, let me try it again. Having nowhere to be. I can't do it. Oh, no. I just want to say that I'm in shock by what you just did. And for those of you who don't know, which is everybody, Erin had a mint in her mouth and just spat it across the room like Laura San Giacomo in Pretty Woman.
Well, here's the thing.
Actually, Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman at the tracks.
If we didn't have people who were here recording this for visual austerity, then I would have gotten up, but I felt like I was wasting everybody's time, so I just spit it onto the carpet. It's my carpet.
Yeah, you're right. Fair and
I wouldn't do
square.
that at your house.
This isn't the races. We're not at the tracks. This isn't whatever Coolio concert or whatever you're going to. All right, Erin, here's the fact. A lot of very provocative photos have come out featuring Kristen Stewart and her, quote, new gal pal. Do you know anything about this?
Oh, no. Who's your new gal pal?
Rumors are circling. She's a visual effects producer.
VFX in the biz.
VFX, that's right. Named Alicia Cargyle. And there's the tabloid photos
Get rid
recently.
of one of those eyes, Just Alicia. We don't need the extra
What did I
eye.
say?
Alicia.
Well, she might say Alicia. I don't know. Anyway.
Can we find
but
out?
I get that you have...
Let's get Kristen Stewart's tongue out of her mouth so we can figure it out.
Well, here we go. So Alicia Cargyle and Kristen Stewart have been photographed lately, and they do... The photographs would lead you to believe that they're in some kind of a relationship. That, like, who knows how romantic it is? Who really even cares, except that everyone very much cares. And the problem is, no one knows what to call it. So the media is basically calling it, just trying to say, is Kristen Stewart a lesbian? But like being a little bit more delicate than that. But everyone is...
Really? Is Kristen Stewart, does she have a best girlfriend? Because girls do things together that I don't think a lot of people would do. Like,
except this does. If you saw the
Korean
pictures,
spa.
I do think this is more than that. I do think this genuinely is. I do think...
It's not just two girls who go to Korean spas together and look at each other's boobies?
No. Do you call them boobies?
Yeah. I say nice boobies.
No, I think that
Only to strangers at Victoria's Secret.
the problem is that people are just not sure how to describe what's going on with Kristen Stewart. So maybe it is just a best girlfriend.
Are they skirting because it's not like the press is like, but we still have some integrity. We don't want to say outright that she's a lesbian.
Right. Except they just don't know what to say, except that they want to say something. And that's
Okay.
really the problem.
Right.
Like, if there really isn't a story here, if you really don't know what you're talking about, maybe then just don't write about it. Except that that's not how the world works. They're going to write about it. So some of the headlines have been Kristen Stewart and her gal pal show sweet PDA in Hawaii, which, like, I don't even know what that means. So
A public display of affection.
I know what that means.
Oh, did you think it was like a Hawaiian dish?
Yep. Kristen Stewart and live-in gal pal seal relationship with matching tattoos. So it's just this awkward sort of like we don't want to say it, but we're saying it kind of conversation that they're having.
Right. Also, I know girlfriends who would go get tattoos together.
Right. This is all I'm saying.
But she's living in her house.
I actually do think they're in a relationship.
Okay.
Like I do actually think that's
Good
a thing
for
that's
her.
happening. Totally good for her. It's really
And good for this tattoo artist, because that's two. Sometimes someone walks in, you think you're only going to do one tattoo. That's
Right.
double the money for that person.
I think what's happening is that, and the Huffington Post brought up a few good points here that I think are great, but I think the problem is the media is not afraid to talk about someone who's gay or someone who's a lesbian because they can say that. Usually those headlines read like gay talk show host or, lesbian bitch or whatever it is.
It's only those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lesbian bitch Rosie O'Donnell joins the view.
Exactly. However, people go into panic mode and things get muddy when they don't know how to describe whatever the relationship is. Because there's not, who knows, there might not be a word for it.
It's not theirs to fucking describe, and it's not Kristen Stewart's job to be
No.
like, here's what I am, so you guys can fit me in a nice little neat package and continue to fucking make money off of my life, which I'm doing nothing.
Exactly. However, like it just is part of certainly the media, and I think just the culture in general, that people like to label things. People like to say what you are.
Well, it does make our brains able to. There's something about brains needing to organize something that I read at the Container Store or something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that whole thing of like, wait, but she was dating Robert Pattinson, and then, you know, that director.
But I'm not. I mean, I said that jokingly, but people do try to make order out of disorder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how could she? But she was dating men, and now she's with this woman. So one of the things that people think is, well, this isn't serious. She's going, it's a phase is one thing. Another thing is that now she's a lesbian, which she's not. Maybe. I mean, who knows? Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Another thing is that she's bisexual, which might very well be the case, except... Did you know as recently as like within a year ago, the New York Times wrote an entire article. The New York Times wrote an article about whether or not bisexuality is real.
What?
Honestly posing that question. So that's something that's clearly not treated seriously at all. That,
By the oldest, whitest man working at New York Times. Please let me write one more story before I die.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to remove his oxygen tank so he could even be near a computer because they're very flammable.
Exactly. And so no one is really, certainly the press
full tweed
does not allow for any kind of off color or any sort of, there's nothing beyond those lines of like, what are you? Are you straight? Are you gay? Are you a lesbian?
Yeah.
That's it. Are you a drag queen? Are you a bird?
Oh, I see. I think she should say she's a bird.
Yeah, I agree.
Everyone, I'm out of the closet. Just so you know, I am in a bird with this woman.
Exactly. And then they're saying stuff like, and then so some people are already calling her out. Tom and Lorenzo, which is a fashion blog. Do you know that blog?
No.
It's a big fashion blog.
What do they talk about? Sweaters and shit?
Well, yeah, or like, you know, it's more celebrity driven. So it's like they cover the Golden Globes, they cover every sort of red carpet premiere party, and it's like, you know.
Oh, so they've made their career just shitting on other people's clothes?
Basically, yeah.
What's this dumb bitch wearing today? You want to hear about it? Come to our blog.
And some of it is funny. Like the writers are kind of talented. They are talented. They're funny writers. But
is it funny because they're tearing it apart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sort of like, oh, there's J-Lo in a house coat tied at the waist again. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Like kind of like Fashion Police?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. I'm not into that.
Well, so they recently were calling Kristen Stewart, out of nowhere, calling Kristen Stewart's style soft butch chic. Which I don't know really what that is. Soft butch chic.
It's also 90s chic.
Yeah. And also calling her lesbian Jackie O.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't feel like those two styles even go together.
By the way,
Jackie O did classic gowns, right? Who is her guy? Bill Blass?
Givenchy.
No.
Wasn't that who it was?
I thought it was the guy who did Cher.
Halston, maybe?
Yes. I thought it was Halston.
I don't think it was Bob Mackie wasn't dressing Jackie O.
No, you're right.
No,
it was Cassini.
Oh yeah, Oleg Cassini.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Do you know who's following?
My boyfriend's great uncle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you know who's following?
And do you know how much money we have because of it?
How much?
Hundreds.
Why do you live here?
Why do I live in an apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, Ollie hides all of his money from me. But I know where it is. It's in a safe that looks like a turtle.
Oh, so now we know where it is.
I don't know where do you know
where the turtle is?
You can't find because the turtle, the lock comes out on the head, and you have to like wait for because you can't.
So it's a live turtle,
full of money.
This is animal
full
abuse.
of Jackie O money. Yeah, it's folk raw to the next level. You know, what was Jackie O, but Jackie O style and the soft butch lesbian chic is two different things.
Whatever. This is what I'll say.
Just saying.
No, you're right. Here's what I'll say.
When have you ever seen Jackie O in a leather jacket?
Many times. Running through the airport. But she did like a fitted leather jacket. Do you want to know something funny? Her sister, Jackie O's sister, Lee Radziwill. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
Lee Radziwill's sister, who's like a socialite, is now following me on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. So.
On
purpose. Yeah.
What did you do? What do you
I
think
don't know.
you
She
did?
saw some video I did, and like she wrote, and she
about
was like,
Jackie?
No, I didn't do a video on Jackie. She was like, "You're really funny." That's all she said.
What was the video?
I don't remember.
Oh God!
I think it was one of those ones I did with Jeffrey Self, like one of those. What do you think blank is doing right now?
Oh yeah.
And
she's got a sense of humor then.
I think so. Anyway,
Yeah.
so she's following me on Twitter. So style, fashion.
Please,
Europe.
when this episode comes out, just reply her and then just give her the link, no context. See what she does.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? See if she'll listen.
So Meg Barker,
And then maybe the Kennedys will hear us for.
Oh,
we'll finally make it.
Don't I wish? Did you see that? No, you didn't watch the Super Bowl. Carnival Cruise had some weird commercial that JFK narrated. It was really weird. Yeah.
He narrated.
Yep.
They took a speech of his and they put it over Carnival Cruise Lines?
Yes. It was very strange. It was something about the sea.
Oh, it was probably about the Bay of Pigs. Is that what it was about?
I doubt that would advertise a Carnival Cruise Line. Sort of, yeah. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but
I'll check his database.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Meg Barker, who's a writer and lecturer, that's all the information I have on her, says people often assume that bisexuality is rare because few people know few people they know are out as bisexual, which is true. I think I maybe know one person who is out, who claims who is bisexual.
You are.
Me, exactly. Yeah.
You're bisexual?
No, I'm not bisexual.
Oh, don't get mad about it. You can love a lady.
No, I can't. Not that way.
No, not sexually, but just like in general.
Yeah, well.
What is bisexuality? It's hating,
what do you think it is?
It's hating one person but putting your dick in another, right?
Exactly. Do you remember when Larry King talked to Anna Paquin about this? Did you ever see this?
No.
Larry King was totally mystified by the fact that he was like, because she got married, and then he said, well, so you were what was the question? But you were bisexual. And she said, well, I don't think it's a past tense thing. Are you still straight if you're somebody? If you were to break up with them or if they were to die, it doesn't prevent your sexuality from existing. It doesn't really work like that.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely true.
I always thought that, I thought that maybe I could push the boundaries and love a woman. You know, I think I could love a woman. I don't know, though.
I mean, I wouldn't force it. I mean, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, but I do think about if I could do it. Just for, you know, if something happens in the world and I need to, you know? Like, I think Brian, when you think about making love to a woman, I do think it's almost the same as me thinking about making love to a woman.
When I say I want to make... Oh, okay.
Like, when you think about it, you're like, okay, well, I could probably, like, caress boobies and, like, kiss, but then anything to blow the belt I couldn't do. To be honest with you,
I used to think I could with Elizabeth Hurley. That was really the only exception.
Yeah.
That I thought if I ever met her, I could maybe do it. But I don't think I can.
Yeah, but could you kiss her?
I could kiss her, but then why?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, to what end?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't kiss people unless my dick's about to get wet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a swimming pool or something?
Sure. It is so hot in here. And not because of anything sexy happening.
Oh, yeah, not because of that song?
No.
Who sings that, J-Lo?
I don't... It's getting hot in here?
Yeah.
It's J-Lo. Yeah.
I think how my brain is frying.
I know mine is too. I'll just leave it with this. I am definitely one to say I've never liked Kristen Stewart very much. I think she's marbly mouthed and I think she wears Converse too much. And I think she's straight out of Hot Topic. Those were all very mean things that I just said.
You should write for that blog.
I do have to say though, I hate falling into that camp that wishes a woman, or man even, but in this case a woman, because it's Kristen Stewart, would smile more. And I find myself running that dialogue into my head, like, what are you so pissed about? Why are you so mad? But I have a huge problem with those people on the street who say, why don't you smile? You know, that thing where like men say,
yeah.
It's the same thing.
I just say, fuck you.
Me looking at Kristen Stewart and being like, I wish she would smile more is not a cool thing to say.
No.
I feel like she's always faced with this weird pressure to be more feminine than she is and to maybe be something she's not.
But here's why. Because people put that pressure on themselves because they think it's a societal thing. Like, I have to be happy if I'm out in public and I have to be nice to the lady at Whole Foods even though she's being a fucking bitch right now. I don't have my bags.
We should maybe instead just celebrate how much of celebrate. I'm not about to celebrate Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
I will give you one of those champagne
bottles. It is
bottles.
interesting that she's someone who really does exactly what she wants to do. If she doesn't feel like smiling, she's not going to smile. If she doesn't feel like acting, she's not going to act. And if she doesn't feel like, you know what I mean? If she feels like, you know, being with a woman or a man or having a relationship and not defining it, good for her. I wish we were all there, actually. I wish we could all be at a place where everyone's sexuality doesn't have to be defined like that, just for our own security and safety and comfort. It's silly.
Yeah, and you know what else? Good for her for sticking to her guns, because the last person she should be changing for is a bunch of fucking strangers sitting in their fucking pants and bow ties writing shit about them.
And we have yet to hear from her exactly what this relationship is. She doesn't owe it to us. And really, if you don't know what to call it, if you really need that, just don't fucking write about it. I'm sure she'd be fine with that.
Yeah, write about something important.
Write about me! And write about time.
Yeah, and write about writing. We all want to know how to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. Hi.
I picked up my mint. I put it back in my mouth.
That's
and I
fine.
ate it.
You picked it right back up. I started this by saying hi. We got some tweets.
Woohoo!
Nice. At SJC Austin. Oh, okay. At SJC Austinite says.
I was going to do it underneath.
Oh, okay, sure. I love throwing shade, not least because their historical mistakes encourage me to correct them out loud while alone in my apartment.
Which one?
Which ones?
I know one I did. The Civil War was rebranded by the South as federal rights versus states' right, but it's really over slavery.
Yes.
But that's why I was so confused because
we also didn't mention the
brainwashed.
War of 1812 or the French and Indian War, I guess. But you
French
know what?
American or French and Indian?
French and Indian. But as far as I'm concerned,
Well, you know what? If I refuse to even acknowledge that there's even brie in this country.
thank you.
Yeah.
And as well you should, being
Take
an American.
that, Frenchies. What's a derogatory name for the French? Frogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, frogs. Definitely, let's find out so we can start using it. At Sailor Amos says, my husband enjoys when I listen to a lot of throwing shade because the sassiness rubs off on me.
Ooh. Oh, she gets frisky.
Yep.
Meow.
A lot of people, this is funny. At Lucas TMC88 says, Aaron and Brian, please make a spin-off podcast devoted entirely to cats. I'm happy to donate for the therapy you need afterwards. We do talk about cats a lot.
Well, now I know what I'm talking about. Sort of. Not really. I don't even... It was like a fever dream.
At Why in the Heck created an image of me with a banana peel on my head because people loved that description you gave me of coming out of a garbage can.
That is exactly what I thought when I saw you.
Yep. And then I also have to say that a lot of people are really encouraging our recital to happen. We mentioned that we wanted to do a recital and show off all our talents, and everyone wants it. So, but I don't know what. I think I still know a couple songs on the piano. So
I could do a dance routine.
yeah, you were a dancer. I could play.
I would do Natural Woman.
Oh, that's great. I could play a couple songs on the piano. You could do a
I'll
dance
be so
routine.
scared.
So the recital's 10
I could
minutes
sing.
long.
I could do Alanis Morissette.
I could do a song too.
Should we do a really... I think it should be a proper children's recital.
No, it needs to be like a recital. And
Nothing not nasty or anything.
It has to just be like basically a talent show, but like in a recital hall.
Well, do you think UCB would let us do it?
Aaron, you're not understanding what I'm saying. It needs to be like in a church basement. It needs to be like where they have recitals. A community center, a women's club.
What about the LGBT center?
Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we can do it.
I don't know
there.
if
We
either.
have to do.
But thanks for encouraging it.
Should we go to a church?
Yeah, probably. I mean, just not disregarding the recital. Yes.
Stop. What percentage are you actually serious that you want to do this?
I'm about 40 to 50%.
Oh, that's where I'm at too.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe it'll change in the next couple months.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You can follow us on Twitter.
I do have to say, I'm scared that it will ultimately reveal that we really don't have any hidden talents.
Well, I think it's like children. As long as we try, people will give us the credo we deserve. The credit. Yeah.
Creed.
Oh, I'll do a Creed song.
Yes. We don't care what creed you are.
Just come to our recital.
Come to the recital. It's an open recital.
Do we just call it the recital?
The recital. Absolutely. I could also do a poem. Like I could recite a poem, or I could
write a poem.
read some prose, or you know what I mean?
Oh, I kind of like this idea.
Yeah.
I can't juggle and I can't tap dance.
Can you do like a...
I could rent a clarinet and see what I could do.
Yeah, you used to play clarinet.
I could see if I could teach myself a song on clarinet.
I used to play piano.
Do you want to do a clarinet
and a piano? We should do a duet.
In the middle, we do that duet.
That's all I want to do now. I'm down as long as the duet happens.
As long as everyone knows that that
it's not going to be funny.
We're trying hard, but you can laugh.
Yeah. Okay.
People should be able to laugh.
People should be able to laugh, but it's not going to be jokey. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to totally do this.
We're going to figure it out.
If you want us to do this, let us know.
Yeah.
And because how much practice do we need for all these things?
On the piano, I'm going to need about a month.
Yeah, I need about a month for the clarinet.
Yeah.
And then, what else?
I would learn a dance too. But I would want it to be like nice.
Yeah, my Natural Woman dance is very nice. Okay. It's beautiful and lyrical.
Good. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Brian Safi.
I'm at Gibblertron. You can also tweet at us at tspod_quotes.
You can hashtag us at hashtag TSPod. You can follow us on Instagram, which is also TSPod.
Yeah, you can go on iTunes and rate us because those iTunes ratings are really doing the Twitter.
They're doing the Twitter.
I feel like I should read some of the things.
Well, yeah, you can. In the meantime, I'd like to. Caroline Reston, our intern, is here. Do you want to say hi? She's coming over right now to say hi. Caroline Reston's our wonderful intern.
Howdy, y'all.
New accent.
It's so new.
Also, Sean Burpee and Kristen Rose.
Rose, yeah, that's her.
Not only is she a delicious wine, but she's also a delicious gift maker. And Sean Burpee's a wonderful hat maker. Thank you for the fun hats you sent.
T-shirts. We have T-shirts.
We have T-shirts. They designed the T-shirts. The Freddie Bell Jones. The this. The this.
The this. The that. Okay.
I am homosexual.
Let me read some of these reviews because they've been really, really good lately.
Okay.
They're just coming up. In the meantime, let's just make a real take a moment to number one, understand that there is a brain disease happening in this room right now.
Something's going on. I think it is the heat.
Do you think it's carbon monoxide poisoning?
It might be because we're not what we were.
No, I'm a shell of a woman.
Yeah.
No, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone who's donated to the podcast.
Yes,
it keeps
donations
us going.
Keep the donors happy.
It keeps us able to do this show, and we really appreciate it. We are going to be having a fund drive coming up, so we hope that you guys will consider donating some money to help us keep our brains. Obviously, we need we need Obamacare.
Yeah, lobotomies.
Okay. This is a really crazy one. Hi, honey bun. That's the title. My boy Freddie Bell Jones and I just want to say, give me my cappuccino. Love the podcast.
Great.
And then this one is a good one. This is just cappuccino. And then another one is just 5 stars cappuccino. And another one is just...
Are you on the Starbucks website?
No, this is... Remember we say people
yes.
could just
right.
Mocha soy latte is greater than cappuccino. Throwing shade is greater than most other podcasts.
Very nice.
Bye! With lots of ease. Thank you everyone for taking the time.
Incredible reviews.
Really taking the time because what we donate about an hour to 2 hours of our week putting this show together, possibly more. And the fact that you would take the moments to go to iTunes, log in, and write a couple of words really means the world to us that you'd spend that extra 30 seconds to show us that you love us.
Also, we have a Facebook page. Why don't you get off your sorry ass and like it? Right, Erin?
Yeah. You fuckers. Is that what we're doing?
No, I don't want to
anymore.
No,
let's not do that.
Oh, I got an email.
No, I don't mean that.
Oh, I have to send this email later.
Okay, good. Okay. Thank you for letting everyone know.
You can follow us on Twitter.
No, we love you all. Please Facebook us. Please Instagram us. Please.
Shadethrowing at Gmail.
I'm not going to lie to you. We've had a hard week.
It's been a hard week.
We've had a really hard week. We had some disappointing news about Brian's leg.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's got to get it.
Yeah, it turns out it's not a leg. It's my dick.
We got to buy shoes for it. How
can you fit a dick?
It's embarrassing. So please just keep on trucking and doing what you're doing, and
and I'll help the next shoe lover in line.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, honey bun.
You know that feeling you get when you hear a song that you just love? What about a new movie or a new book or a new TV show? I'm Jesse Thorne. My show Bullseye points to the good stuff in popular culture, the kind of stuff that might change your life. In-depth interviews with cultural creators, critics' picks for the best new releases, and a weekly recommendation from yours truly. It's Bullseye, with me, Jesse Thorne, from MaximumFun.org and NPR.
Hey, Max Fun listeners, I'm Dave Holmes, and if you've been missing my show, International Waters, then you've been missing this.
Are chocolate chips a big thing in the UK? Like chocolate chip cookies?
How behind do you think we are as a nation? Oh my God!
Have you heard they've managed to distill chocolate into small drops?
What?
Yeah, pretty big.
Chocolate chips have made it to the UK.
Because I don't like them. And
What?
Right. And you
So are you looking to move to a nation that doesn't? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I'm just sick of being ridiculed.
I've heard Serbia doesn't have chocolate chips. Perhaps I can move there.
International Waters, a panel show where U.S. and U.K. comedians battle for pop culture supremacy. Subscribe right now on iTunes or at MaximumFun.org.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture.
Artist owned.
Listener supported.